What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Have a matchup today of green black Perona, Minx Perona, versus black yellow Luffy. I playing my girlfriend Sal. He's been cooking with this deck. I'm going to keep this hand. I run a 1 of Isho, and I kind of want to test it out. That's the main reason I'm keeping this hand. This isn't a great hand because it doesn't have a carrot in it, but I do have a Wanda, so I'm hoping that draws me into a carrot. That's the only reason I was thinking about not keeping this hand, because I kind of like it. Otherwise, it's got some 2Ks. Yeah, and it's got the Isho one. I want to test it out. We draw tap 1 for, you can be my samurai. We're going to tap 1 for a Wanda, and we're going to be able to grab a carrot. We could also grab a Pedro. We're going to grab that carrot, and we're going to pass. He tapped 1 for a Flampe, which allows him to take the top or bottom of his life. He took the bottom and also draw a card. So he's being aggressive and taking his life, which this deck, his deck kind of like is meant to go down to 0 life, and it kind of awakens from there. He taps 1 for another Flampe, so he's being super aggressive going down. He knows I'm not going to swing at him probably. And then he swings 7 life. We take, and we draw a carrot 2K. Now we're at the point where this is just a weird Dawn play where, like, I don't want to swing at his life, especially with how fast he's gone out. Maybe actually I kind of do, just really put the pressure on. Like, what if I put 3 on Wanda and swing 5 and then swing 6? That probably would get some cards out of hand, but I think ultimately that's like a weird play. Like, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking about, like, I don't have a Pedro blocker. I'm going to tap 1 for a Suro. Now I'm basically playing down a 2K, which sucks, but I'm going to tap 1 to You Can Be My Samurai, draw 2. Draw into a Luna and another Wanda, so I can tap 1 for a Wanda, search top 5 for a Mink. I can grab a carrot blocker or a Shishilian. I'm going to grab the Shishilian, and then I still have 1 Dawn, but I don't have a good use of it, so I'm going to rest 1 of his Flampes and just kill it. Not the best play, not the best turn in general, but like, it's just an awkward time in this game, especially this matchup. Like, I don't want to swing into BY, get him closer to Awakening, but maybe it was early on enough in the game where it could have been beneficial, putting pressure on him. But he taps 5 for an Ace that gains Rush. He swings 5. First he swings 5 into my Wanda to clear it, and now he's going to swing 7 life. Thinking about whether to counter out. I'll give him a 2K one. I think I gave him 2 2Ks actually. Now we go to our 6th Dawn turn. I can freeze that Ace. And I think that's the play here, is we tap... Think about whether to swing into his life, though. We're going to rest that Flampe and swing into it. Let's just clear it. I don't know if that's actually... like, he could eventually dawn up on it, but it'd be... I don't know. Let's just clear it. And we're going to tap 5 for a carrot and freeze his Ace. So now we're at a point where, like, next turn we could... He does have a lot of cards in hand. We could Isho. We could also Shishilian that carrot. We have a Luna in hand. We have a Pedro blocker. We have options. We're kind of in a good spot here. He hasn't awakened yet. But yeah, we have some 2Ks. We have some cost reduction. I think the move here is... like, what I'd like to do is just swing the carrot, freeze his Ace again, and then tap 8 for Isho. He taps 5 for a Sabo blocker. This allows him to draw 2 Trash 2. It also gives invulnerability to his board for KO for the turn. So it doesn't matter, though. I don't have anything in my deck that can KO anything. He still has some Standing Dawn. He swings 6 life. I'll give him a 2K. Think about whether to give it to him, and then he passes. But he has 1 Dawn standing, but I don't know what that's for. Here's where I'm going to learn what that 1 Dawn's for, and I'm going to get kind of cute with it. I'm going to swing 5 life. I feel like he kind of has to respect this swing, because he doesn't, like, I could have a Hody, for example, and I could, like, he can't just take this. So I swing 5 life, hoping that he'll just turn that Sabo sideways and I can maybe rest it. But he taps 1 for Room, which goes, I think, plus 3,000. And if he has 2 or less life, he gets to restand something. So he restands his Ace. So now I have no way of freezing anything. This goes against my entire plan. So now I'm thinking, like, the plan of restanding the carrot is out the window. The plan of Electric Luna is out the window. But I can actually tap 8 for Isho. Let's pick 2 cards out of his hand. I think he's at 7. And then I can, because, well, Isho doesn't, I can't have a Dawn on him. So I'm not going to have any way of resting anything. So he shuffles his hand. He starts laying it out. I get to randomly pick 2. He puts 2 forward. I'm like, you want me to pick those 2, don't you? He goes, I shuffled my hand. So I picked 2. We get a baby Ace and a baby Luffy, which is probably the most ideal 2 cards we could have picked. Any of the babies would have been great, and he's down to like 5 cards in hand. So now we've established the Isho. We've established a big body, and we give it 1 Dawn, and everything's going to be in range pretty much of Carrot. Well, everything will be in range of Carrot. Everything pretty much will be in leader effect. I don't think he's going to play any big boss monsters. So we're going to be able to leader effect pretty easily. And then maybe next turn with Shishilian, maybe we can go for game 2. He's going to tap 5 for an Ace, hard play it. So he has 3 swings on board, and plus leader. So he could, in theory, go for game here. He's going to swing 9 life. We're going to take, no trigger. He's still a 5k leader. He's going to swing 9 life again. I'm going to take this, no trigger. And then he's going to swing 5 life, and I give him a 1k body. And he passes. He still has his Sabo standing, but that's no problem because we can put 1 Dawn on the Isho, minus everything 3, and then rest it with Sabo. So we do that. Now everything's minus 3. I'm going to use leader ability to rest the Sabo. Now I have a Luna in my hand. I also have a Shishilian. I'm thinking like I can save that Luna for if everything goes bad. I'm gonna start pushing for game here. I'm gonna start poking him and see what happens. But I'm going to try to, in the back of my head, I'm keeping 4 up in case I want a Shishilian or I want a Luna. So I swing 9, yeah, that's 9. 9 life. Is that 9? Yeah, 9 life, and I'm going to freeze one of his aces. Now I'm thinking about whether I want to swing the Isho. I think ultimately I'm going to decide to swing 7. And see what he does. He gives me 2k, 1k. But I froze one of his aces. I'm gonna swing 10 life now. And he takes. And now I'm looking at my hand. I have a decent amount of counter. I could Luna and just play it safe. But ultimately, I'm going to decide. I think this is a strong play. We're going to Shishilian, tap 2, restand the Carrot, and then swing another 9 life. But we're going to freeze his ace. So now his aces are frozen. His Sabo is not. So on board, we just need to counter out of 1. He's going to give 2k, 1k, 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 and then no counter. So we were able to just win just with the right amount. But even if we did, like, it would have took his entire hand. Besides Kuzan, we don't know what he would have drawn. He could have leader affected. But he would have basically had to Dawn up appropriately with leader and that Sabo and swing for game. And at that point, like, I think we might have enough counter to counter out of 1. We had 2 2Ks. It would have been close. But I think we made the right call going for game there. This was a fun game, and we got able to see, like, again, we were able to freeze everything, go about our game plan. I think we played it just about right. The only thing I would maybe question is that turn 2, that 4 Dawn play. Playing down a 2k to You Can Be My Samurai feels kind of bad, but I like the idea. But maybe we could, like, going back on it, I kind of would like to see if I swing 3 on Wanda and swing 5 and then swing 6 leader. What would have happened? Like, what would he have done? It gets his hand size down, or we get him to like the 0-1 life pretty quickly, and then he kind of has to, like, he's in an interesting spot from there. I don't think he wants to wake you yet. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Let me know any other coaching tips or anything else you see. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.